Alright, this is going to be the 4th time I've tried making this video. Hopefully, this will be the last. Okay, I know I was saying that in the last video that I was going to do a manga bites on Fruits Basket, but I decided to do an in-depth review on something that you probably haven't heard of. And it is an American manga called Fool's Gold. It's by Amy Hadley Reader. There we go. Or Amy Reader Hadley, sorry. She's an amazing artist. She's currently doing a comic series called Madame Xanadu, which is a really, really good series, and her artwork is just, it's amazing. This manga, her artwork, the cover really caught my eye, honestly. So that's one of the reasons why I got it. It's kind of like a Korean style, isn't it? It's just because Koreans tend to do more realistic. I read a lot of Japanese and Korean manga, and sometimes you can feel kind of manga'd out. Because a lot of the stories are very similar, and it can just, you just need a change every now and then. And I decided I wanted to try some American manga, so I got Fool's Gold and Sorcerers and Secretaries. I actually have the complete set of Sorcerers and Secretaries. I still need volumes 2 and 3 of Fool's Gold because I really, really enjoy this series. Now, I'm going to have a synopsis of it off to the side because I don't really want to go into that and start rambling on like I normally do about something. I want to stick to the point. So I'm just going to go ahead and go over my review. I have categories. I have 7 categories, and I'm going to be rating it according to all 7 categories. First category is characters, like how believable, how lovable, how much you just really, you feel for them. And I gave it a 5 out of 5 because the characters are very believable. They are the people that you had in high school, the people you were friends with. They're just the situations that they encounter, how they interact with each other. It's all very, very believable, and you can tell that, it's obvious that Amy, she had to have gotten these situations probably happened to her at some point, because, you just really, here's a great, Amy's friend, that's a great, picture of her. It's so full of emotion, and it's not that outrageous emotion where you see like all the eyes getting all big and the chibi, and I love chibi characters, but this is just, it's more realistic, and I like it for that. I really enjoy that aspect. The characters are just, they're great. Character developments. Now the character developments in this first volume, I'd have to say 4 out of 5 because as much as I enjoy the characters, I think it was just, it's too watered down. The some of the situations are a little too watered down, but most of them are pretty intense. It gets better in the second volume because I've read half of the second volume, and it was really it picked up. The character development got really, really good, and things just go crazy. And so that's why I gave it a 4 out of 5. And I probably, I said it was watery. I should have given it lower, but since I've read part of the second volume, I know why they are the way they are in this volume, so it makes sense. Second category are the chapters. How I've read some manga where the chapters are not the chapters don't flow very well. This one, 5 out of 5. The chapters flow very well from one chapter to the next. It's like one continuous story, really. It's like you don't even realize that there's different chapters. Are there different chapters? Let me actually check. I didn't check that before I wrote the review. There are, but it doesn't seem like it. It's very, very fluid, and I like the way that it's just like one big story. No, thank you. The next category is the artwork. 5 out of 5. When you see this on the cover, and this page, this kind of stuff inside, because you know how there's some I know some manga, like, there's a different cover artist. The artist on the inside is actually different. Just like with comics, there's people who do just covers. Well, or some manga artists, they'll put so much into their cover, and then you read through their manga, and it's like, really? But she's got so much detail, and it's just amazing. I'm trying to find, like, a really good example of, because it's believable detail. Like this. It's believable detail. You can, see what's going on. It's what's going to happen. And you can visualize it. It's like it's actually happening. Alright, so the next category is the storyline. The storyline was very interesting. I give it a 4 out of 5. It's not like... It's trying to get my attention. It's not the absolute... It's not the absolute best storyline ever in the entire world, and that's why I give it a 4 out of 5. It's, for what she's doing, it's very well done. It's, even though some of the character situations I think could have been done a little bit better, it's still, storyline-wise, makes sense for what's going to be happening later on, so 4 out of 5. Originality, this is actually 2 separate categories, originality for story and for artwork. And for artwork, I give it a 5 out of 5 because you just do not see this kind of art style. She has a style all her own. It's Amy. It's all Amy, and it's all wonderful. It's just amazing. Storyline, 4 out of 5. You have your basic setup of the girl gets mad at boy, and there's definitely tons of manga like that out there where it's like girl swears off boys and it's like, whatever, and then girl finds boy that she like a kindred spirit and blah blah blah. But just because of that, that's why I gave the originality 4 out of 5, because it does have the similarities of other manga, but the way Amy deals with this kind of situation is different from most other manga that I've ever read. So like I said, I'm just doing the review. I was actually considering doing a synopsis and telling you my views of, different things that I liked about it, but he's fussy, so I'm not going to be able to do it. Just read it and formulate your own opinion, because it's really an amazing manga. I do remember one thing I was going to show you, though. Wonderful stuff like this. These cute little outfits that the main character, Penny, wears are throughout. Because one of the things I was going to tell you is that Penny is a clothing designer. And it's really, she's always wearing these highly detailed outfits. And I've tried drawing manga before. I have so many ideas. I was wanting to create my own. And I always draw the characters with complex outfits. And I'm like, I can't do this for an entire chapter, so I just don't see how she did it, but she did it, and she does it very well. Costume party is really awesome. But pick it up, read it, and tell me what you think.